Hello, this is Mike Hutter here in Georgia, west of Atlanta. I'm going to show you a video on how to do midsummer split. It's the beginning of August, and in 2 weeks I'm going to make a couple of splits. I've got some mated queens that I'm going to put into the boxes at that time, but I want to show you two different ways of making midsummer splits with the hives. I'm going to get the camera from my son Junior, and I'll go from there. So here's my son Junior. He was helping me get the boxes ready. This is Montario. He's been hanging out here as well. So here's what we got. There's two ways that I like to do midsummer splits. One of them is with a Nuke box, and Nuke boxes are very simple. All you've got to do is you got your Nuke box. Take out 5 frames with you to your big hive that you're going to draw from, and what you want to do is take this out to the hive and pull those frames out, and you're going to want to from the main hive going to want to grab a frame of cap brood. You're going to want to get a frame of drawn out comb, and say a frame of pollen, so that you have everything that the colony needs to get a good start. You may want to go ahead and pull out an outside frame and put in a sugar feeder. I've got this plastic in-hive feeder that's really great for supplemental feeding, and I'll use a 1-to-1 sugar to water ratio and put that in there to help boost the bees up. Of course, at that point you also want to maybe shake in another frame of bees into this box, and then go ahead and put your queen in there. You can put her in between a couple of frames and sandwich her in there in her queen cage, and in a couple of days they'll get through that queen cage and she'll be out laying eggs, and a day or two after that she'll start laying, and a couple of weeks you'll start getting some new bees in there. And in the meantime, the frame of cap brood that you put in there, that'll be hatching, and that'll help her with that hive to get the hive started. So you can do that, and that's a very good way to get a midsummer split. And you can also overwinter the Nuke, and you're good to go. Another way that I like to do it is I take a 10 frame Langstroth hive box, and I make dividers, and I'll make a little side dividers on both sides of the hive. And what that allows me to do is confine the space to about the size of a Nuke box. And I'll put my frames. I'll show you here. Very simple. You can take the frames from your box, just like I described in the Nuke box, and a frame of brood, a frame of drawn out comb, a frame of pollen, and you can put them in there like this, and they've got the spacers and the walls to keep the bees from the outside. And I even made enough room to put my hive feeder in there. So it's a really good setup, and you can do it this way, and then once they start expanding, you can take out your side dividers, and you can add frames to that to get them going. But always put your dividers on the outside of the hive box, because the bees always the queen will lay from the center of the hive out, and then she'll go up as well. But what you want to do is be able to set your box up like this, and then that way, the good thing about doing it like this is once the bees fill that box, unlike a Nuke, where once they fill the Nuke up, you have to switch the frames into a full box and do some rearranging. Here, all you got to do is take the dividers out, and then as they grow and get bigger, the hive, you can just add your boxes as you would normally. So you can do that, and then of course you can put on your inner cover. And I'm not into making fancy covers and stuff. You can just make your own stuff that works, and because the bees, they don't care. And you can put your top cover on there with a little bit of space in the front where they can get out through the vent hole. And if it gets to where you want to close the bees up, you just slide this over like this. This is not a fancy cover, but it works real good. Put a brick on top of it to keep it from getting knocked off or blown away. So, but that's 2 ways you can make summertime splits, and they work really, really well. So I'm going to post some more videos. Press like and look for more videos. Thank you. Have a good day.